seen how I can make liquid detergent using this Zote laundry soap, borax and baking soda. So you grate up a whole one of these. I've got my 5-gallon bucket here that I got at Walmart. So I'm going to grate this soap into here so that it will dissolve easier in 2 gallons of hot water. Then I'm going to add a cup of the borax and a cup of this. Stir it up again in 2 gallon in the 2 gallons, and then I'm going to add a few more gallons. So I'm going to top this up to 5 gallons. Stir it around, which is what I've got these paint stirrers for. You can attach it to a drill and then it will stir it up a lot quicker. And then we'll let it set overnight. So right now I'm going to grate this soap into this bucket. Okay, here is my block of laundry soap. I grated it down, took probably less than 5 minutes. It's really quite easy, like grating cheese. It's not super hard, it's like grating a wax candle or something. So now I'm going to add some hot water to dissolve it, and I'm even going to pour it over my little Dollar Tree cheese grater to try and get some of that soap residue off of it. And then I'll stir it by, hand to see how that goes. But as it gets more and more stuff in it and more liquid, I'll probably use these stirrers. So I'll probably film it here in a little bit so you can see how that goes. Alright, just pouring the, I got my finger a little bit. Pouring the hot water over just to dissolve some of this soap off of the cheese grater. Waste not, want not, as my old mum would say. It looks like it's melting that down pretty nicely. I'll stir this up, I'll put the kettle on and put some more hot water in there. So that's a good start. It feels like it's dissolving pretty quick. So just as I add more hot water, I think that will be a easy process. When there's more liquid in there, I can definitely see needing to use something other than the spatula to help it. Once I've added the 4 gallons of water and then the cup of the baking soda and the cup of the borax and stirred it all up, then we'll let it sit overnight and it will gel up, and we'll have a look and see what it looks like tomorrow. So, but for starters, it seems like it's pretty good dissolving so far. So the next batch of hot water is ready to add. So I've got my cup of borax right here. So I'm going to add this before I add the boiling water. I'll stir it a little bit and then I'm going to add the cup of the baking soda. Definitely beneficial to have the boiling water to help those things dissolve. Now this is the baking soda that I got. They had it in the laundry section, but it doesn't say laundry baking soda, so I think this is just the regular baking soda, but there is one that says laundry baking soda, which you cannot eat. But I've got this for the laundry stuff anyway. So a cup of the baking soda. All right. I'm gonna add this. It's nice and thick. I'm gonna add some more hot water. kind of see where the laundry detergent gets its nice sudsiness from. And this should, I'm not really having to, it seems so far, other than this little bit that's stuck on the spatula, which my next boiling kettle I'll put it over that if it hasn't already dissolved and come off. But so far it doesn't seem like I need to, like it doesn't seem lumpy or anything, like I need to use that big stirring thing, but we'll see. I might need to use it again when there's more liquid, or tomorrow after it's been able to set and it thickens up a little bit, I might need it. But it's better to have got it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So alright, I'm going to stir this for a little bit while the next kettle of hot water boils. I've just been stirring it quite leisurely, just like this. Nothing really strenuous. Again, I've just been using this little spatula I got at the Dollar Tree. There is a little bit of gel still on it that I didn't push off yet, so I'm just going to pour this last kettle of hot water that I've boiled over it, and that will dissolve this little bit off there. I'm going to stir it for a couple more minutes and then just top it up with hot tap water, because I think focusing on putting boiled water in there, I think it's dissolved everything just fine. Okay, it's probably been about 20 minutes, half an hour. I've let this kind of sit. I'd already stirred it, so you can see this milky kind of solution underneath. The suds are still on top. So this is from me just having stirred it by hand and done 3 kettles worth of the hot water to help dissolve the stuff. So now I'm just going to use the hot tap water, which I've run it so that it's nice and hot, and I'm gonna just use this and fill it up. So I'm actually going to get the spatula out of there and then let it fill up the rest of the way. After I'm done filling it up, I'm going to go ahead and just let it sit overnight. Hopefully some of these suds will dissipate, and tomorrow we'll see how well it's congealed. The idea, once you've let it sit, is that then you dish 2 quarts of this liquid into 5 gallon sized jugs, and then you can top each of those up with another 2 quarts, and you've actually made 10 gallons of detergent out of this 5 gallon bucket. So for less than $5, you know, $1.50 for the soap, and then probably around about $1 or 50 cents worth of the borax and the baking soda, I will have made 10 gallons of dish soap. So alright, this is almost full. I'm just going to fill it up to this line here. And I think that's good. Here we go. Yeah, I've filled it up to about here, as much as my goal. And we'll come back to it tomorrow morning. Here we are the next day. I've let this sit overnight, and I have actually stirred it a couple of times. When I first stirred it this morning, it still seemed really runny, but in stirring it, it seemed to activate the jello-y kind of effect. And as you can see, it is now thick, like pudding or something. So now if I stir it up, it's going to help even it out, and I can tell as I stir it, the bottom starts to feel a little bit more liquidy. I'm gonna put that there and just kind of, you can see, whoop, there goes my spatula. Yeah, I can feel how clumpy it is. So you can kind of see, you know, I'm trying to break up some of the chunks or whatever. So I want to stir it. Now this is the 5 gallon amount. As you can see, I filled it up. These are the rings on the outside. These little bits. So it's like up to about here. Okay. Oh, I don't know who it is. It's thick. Now this is still the half quantity. The idea is once you've grated your bar of soap, added a cup of borax, added a cup of baking soda. Is it baking soda or baking powder? Baking soda. It should make 10 gallons with one cup, and 1 bar. So what I will do, now my arm is all covered with detergent. What I will do is put 2 quarts into various containers and then top that up with another 2 quarts. So that will make the gallon. So this 5 gallon bucket will then make 10 gallons, and it's nice and thick. Of course, this obviously gels a bit, but and then with this 10 gallon concoction, you use 1 cup of detergent in a load of laundry. So if you don't have a place or enough containers to store 10 gallons of detergent, and you don't have enough people who trust you to have made something that you can share it with, I would say, because this is a concentrated, you know, it's only 5 gallons. So if you make 10 gallons, you use 1 cup. If you make 5 gallons, just use half a cup. There's no need to dilute it again. Just make sure you label the container so that anyone else who does laundry in your home knows to only use a half cup measurement, not to just go willy-nilly and put in however much they feel like putting in. So if you're going to leave it as 5 gallons, instead of diluting it again into 10, it'll be a little bit thicker, but only use a half cup solution. So I'm going to wash my arm, because as you can see all the way up to there, I'm going to wash my arm, and I'm going to get a half cup solution now. I've got a load of laundry I'm going to wash, and I'm going to see how that turns out. Here I am back. I've rinsed off my arm and dried it now. So I have my half cup and my cup. Now the reason why I've got that is because I want to measure half a cup and put it into the cup so that it won't spill over the edge. So here's my half cup. I'm pouring into that. And will you sit on top there? I don't know. All right. Now we're going to walk through to the laundry room. And maybe what I could do actually is get a here's my washing machine. Now I've got a couple of the colour grabbers. What I could do actually, now I'm thinking in real time, because I want to rinse this to get all the detergent out, but what you could do is just pouring it in there, and I might go get some water. This is unnecessary busy stuff. And we get some water, and I'm gonna just kind of rinse. You know, normally with a detergent bottle, you can pour it into the lid, and then whatever's left in the lid kind of just runs back into the bottle, but I don't have that, so that's why I'm doing this ridiculous kind of trying to rinse the detergent out of the cup. And because the washing machine is going to fill up with water, it doesn't matter that I'm putting water in. All right, I'm going to set my washing machine warm, regular load. Going into the laundry room. It's got a fresh citronella fragrance, and I'm going to get one of my shirts out, and smells like nothing, which technically is what you want. I'm going to check how the armpit smells. I know that sounds gross, but you know, armpits get deodorant on them, and it holds the odor sometimes or whatever under the armpit. So these smell clean because I can't smell anything on them, either residue from, you know, body odor, which is good. You want to get rid of that. And also there's no perfume, overly perfumed smell that I'm experiencing. So I think this laundry detergent is going to be a great new thing. There we go. I've got 2 containers. I might find someone I can share it with. I think I'm going to do another batch without the borax, just because people who, you know, even though it's a natural, from the videos I've seen and such, like borax is natural, but it's still harmful. And so people who have young children or are really trying to avoid extra chemicals, it might be good to not have that borax in there, because it is harmful. I mean, you can't ingest it. So this batch had the 1 whole bar of the Zote soap, a cup of borax, and a cup of baking soda. So the next one that I will make will just have the Zote soap and the baking soda. So I'm excited to be able to save some money and find something that actually cleans my clothes, so that I just have no fragrance. There's no chemical from any perfumes, and it is effective. I think as loads of laundry go along and we have maybe some stains or things like that, it will be interesting to feature how well it cleans those out as well. So definitely excited to see how this goes. So enjoy. Hopefully you'll get to try it and save some money and feel fulfilled that you actually created something that you can use. It's exciting. Have a great day, and I will see you on the next video.